He's already one of the most lethal strikers in the game today, loves scoring goals, can't stop scoring goals, and is definitely going to win a lot in the coming years. You might think that you know everything there is to know about the Norwegian cyborg, but you probably don't.
Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up, I'm just doing me, everything is on me, oh you matter what.
So, here are a few things about Haaland that you probably didn't know. See, Haaland has been scoring goals in the Premier League from the jump, and the manner in which he has gone about his business with Manchester City is astonishing. But here's the thing, Haaland isn't really new to Premier League football. The City striker was actually born in England when his father, Alf Inge, was playing the role of midfield enforcer for Leeds United. Since then, Haaland has been a massive Leeds supporter. Back in 2021, he was also seen wearing the club's jersey. Realistically though, Haaland would have never joined the residents of Elland Road. But there was a small chance that Haaland could have played for England. However, the Three Lions were happy with Harry Kane and Ollie Watkins and saw no need to sign a striker who had been scoring goals with his hands behind his back. How weird! Mostly when kids are 5 years old, they do all sorts of things, such as shouting, kicking, screaming, watching cartoons, and asking all sorts of silly questions. Haaland, however, was no regular 5-year-old. The Norwegian was athletic from a very young age, and in 2006, he broke the world record for the longest standing jump for a 5-year-old. This was revealed by the player's dad, who said, "We used to take him to athletics so he could test himself. Erling played handball, athletics, and cross-country skiing till he turned 14. Norway's handball manager wanted him to play handball. Clearly, the signs were there that Haaland would make it big. Plus, coming from a sporting family does play a role too. Not only his father was a great athlete, Haaland's mum, Gry Martia, was a national champion in heptathlon. Now, this is no ordinary competition and requires an athlete to be at a supreme physical level. So you can say that a union between a football player and a heptathlon champion is likely to produce a child that will have near superhuman abilities. And judging by Haaland's rapid ascent, it's clear that he is stacked with all the good genes. Not many young players make their senior team debut at the age of 15, but Haaland was always meant to buck the trend. He made his professional debut for hometown team Brine at the age of 15, and just a year later, he was signed by local giants Molde, who were at the time managed by none other than Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. In fact, Haaland is very close with the legendary Manchester United striker. Ole had a very big impact on my life, and he taught me a lot, Haaland revealed in an interview with Red Bull. He's one of the reasons I'm the player I am today. He's a good person and a good coach. No wonder most of the United fans were puzzled as to why the club didn't move for Haaland in 2019 when Solskjaer was still at the club. Every player has a nickname, and this starts right from the moment you join the club's academy. Haaland had one too. Man-child is what he was called by the coaches and teammates. But not for the wrong reasons. See, Haaland's growth spurt was mythical. He was already a full-grown man while still a teenager. He was always a physical specimen in all age groups and, well, today, he's a striker who's more than capable of holding his own against the very best in the business. And it isn't just Haaland's physical prowess that makes him such a great player. The Norwegian is frighteningly fast and one of the fastest around. In February of 2020, when he was still a teenager, Haaland covered 60 meters in just 6.64 seconds during a Champions League game between Borussia Dortmund and Paris Saint-Germain. Basically, if Haaland had done that at the 2018 World Indoor Championship 60-meter final, he might have ended up in the top 3. In that same year, Haaland broke the Bundesliga speed record by clocking 36.04 kilometers per hour against VfB Stuttgart. That is much faster than some of the other speed merchants in Germany, such as Marcus Thuram, Kingsley Coman, and of course Alphonso Davies. Now, we already know that Haaland is a remarkable athlete, and whatever he touches becomes a success. But we can't say the same about his music career. Like a lot of European footballers, Haaland also likes rap music and tried his hand on this genre under the name Flow Kings. As it turns out, he was very bad at it. Thank God for that, because being bad at rapping made him concentrate on becoming a good player. In wrestling, we have Brock Lesnar, who has the persona of a beast who actually lives on a farm and takes care of animals there. In football, we have Erling Haaland, who has similar aspirations. The Norwegian comes from a small farm town and says that he wants to return to his roots when he's tired of tending to defenders. "I don't own cows or pigs, but I will for sure in the future," Erling revealed, speaking earlier this year. "Yeah, I think I will have a small farm after I retire. I don't know where, but I am quite sure I will have some animals. We are thinking about getting a couple of goats. We'll see." We can definitely see Haaland chasing cattle on a tractor. Running a farm isn't the only career alternative for the goal-hungry striker. When he was a kid, Haaland dabbled in handball, athletics, and even cross-country skiing, and was good at every sport that he played. Although he eventually opted for football, playing so many sports helped him develop in a very different manner. All these things have allowed Haaland to become one of the most lethal finishers in the game today. All the goals he has scored show that the Norwegian is a unique athlete. More than that, he is very passionate about his work and says that he has even gone to bed with 5 match balls. That happened at the start of his career at Red Bull Salzburg. In an interview, Haaland said that he feels good while sleeping with all these footballs around him. Well, some might call it weird, but we'll just stick to calling it pure passion and commitment. This commitment was on show at the Under-20 World Cup in 2019 when he scored 9 goals for Norway in a 12-0 mauling of Honduras. During that tournament, he scored 11 goals. That was enough for the world to stop and take notice. Since then, he hasn't looked back, has he? Haaland has been breaking records just for fun. He's the youngest to reach 50 Bundesliga goals. He's also the first teenager to score in 5 consecutive Champions League matches. And on top of that, he is the youngest player to score over 20 Champions League goals. Champions League is what makes Haaland weak between the knees, and the player himself admitted that the competition's anthem is his alarm tone. He wakes up to it every day, so eventually, we see him lifting the coveted trophy, something Manchester City has been desperately chasing. And while him and Kylian Mbappe look set to be competing for top honors for years to come, the two men don't idolize the same players. While the Frenchman grew up wanting to be like Cristiano Ronaldo, Haaland has always been a Zlatan Ibrahimovic guy. The Norwegian says that he looks up to the legendary Swede, and since he's from Scandinavia, he'd love to emulate him and take over from him as the next big thing from the region. While Haaland might not idolize Ronaldo on the field, the youngster is a fan of how the legendary Portuguese forward takes care of his diet. After having a chat with Patrice Evra, Haaland decided to change his eating habits, and the player hasn't looked back since, maintaining a strict diet plan and following it religiously. At City, we're certain that Haaland will be shattering a lot of records. But did you know that way before joining the Citizens, he thought that the Etihad Stadium was beautiful? And today, he is dominating that stadium almost every week. On top of all this, Erling Haaland has a way with words in front of the camera. While he isn't a fan of giving interviews, Haaland does not possess a shy side and has been caught swearing at least twice on the camera after scoring his first brace for Manchester City. First he used the swear word, and then he apologized for the swear word by saying a swear word. So guys, this is the end of it. If you liked the video, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. Before you go, have a look at some of the videos we've handpicked just for you. Till next time.